Welcome back. You're watching Hard Copy, coming to you from our studios in Abuja. Our guest tonight is Mr. Femi Adesina, Special Advisor to the President of Media and Publicity. And we're focusing on hope for Nigeria in this new year. Or you may join the conversation through any of the media handles showing on your screen. Mr. Adesina, just before we went on that break, you were about to give us instances where the President has been able to express empathy to those who have lost lives and loved ones in this crisis.
Yes, the first thing on that January 1, when the news of the killings broke, was to condemn what had happened. The President condemned it, and then he directed security agencies to move in and ensure that the perpetrators were held and that the lives of the citizens were protected. So that's the first thing on that very day. Now the next thing was that the Deputy Inspector General of Police was directed to go into that place, DIG in charge of operations, and he went. I met with him later, and he told me that he opted for the police because there is no local government in this country, 774 local government, where you don't have a police formation. So it's the police that should first go in when such things happen. The military actually is not for internal operations in the real sense of the word. Okay? So the DIG was dispatched. Later, he directed the Inspector General of Police himself to relocate to Benue. Then the Minister of Interior was sent. Eventually, the President met with the governor of the state at State House in Abuja. Then also, he met with leaders of thought, elders from Benue. And of course, yesterday, you know what came out of the National Economic Council. A committee of 9 governors, headed by the Vice President, was set up to look into these issues and try to find
a committee which a lot of people do not have hope in, I mean,
well,
or faith in, because this is another, for them.
Now, you never win with some Nigerians.
It's another committee.
I have heard people expressing lack of faith in that committee. If nothing was done, they will complain. No, something has been done, they are still complaining.
Mr. Adesina, 2 years ago, I recall that the Minister for Interior, Abdulrahman Dambazal, set up a committee headed by Professor Oshita. We do not know what became of that committee to look into this farmer herdsman crisis. So it's been on for a while. And considering the number of people who have lost their lives, do you think another committee is actually the solution to the problem?
But do you also know that this is an intractable issue that is almost as old as this country? When the Benue elders came, the President told them that this problem is older than any of us in this room. So,
two major
issues
issues which you just raised. One is that the Benue elders came, an action which a number of people have criticized. They believe that the President ought to have gone to visit the people of Benue because they were mourning, not the other way around, not them coming to the villa. And the second is that if it has been going on for quite a while, then by now, I mean, it should have also been on the front burner looking for solutions.
The first one, the Benue elders came, and you must have heard the governor say he requested for the meeting. If the governor requested for the meeting, by all means, his request should be granted. So they came. If he requested for the meeting and it was not granted, it would be another problem. You never win with some Nigerians. Head you lose, tail you lose.
It's not about that. I mean, even in terms of how they talk about culture, that it is in our culture. You know, if there was a request that these people visit, what if the President has said, oh, please hold on, I will visit you instead?
Oh, yes.
What was wrong with that?
No, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But don't also forget that mid-last year, there were killings in Taraba on the Mambila Plateau. Hundreds.
The President did not visit.
Wait, let me reel out these things. Killings in Mambila. Towards the end of last year, killings in Numan, in Adamawa. Then, on New Year Eve / New Year Day, killings in Omoku, in Port Harcourt, in River State. And then, killings in southern Kaduna. A traditional ruler and his pregnant wife were killed. You had, and then Benue. So, which one will the President visit first? But the President, when he chooses to, will visit some of these places. But there is no law that says that he must then do it immediately. Where does it start from?
Now, you all have also come under fire personally for the video which you posted.
Oh, yes.
Trying to, you know, describe as unkind to those people who say that the president is being partisan because he's a Fulani president.
And let me explain
just a moment.
That video.
Do you regret, first and foremost, making that video?
I do not. I stand by every word I have said in that video. Rather, some mischief makers were the ones who tried to twist that video. It started with a newspaper that is supposedly a quality newspaper, turning what I said upside down. Said, Adesina says more people were killed under Jonathan than under this government. That was not the intendment of the video I did. The video I did, I listed those killed between 2012 and 2015. And I said, did we have a Fulani president then? The intention was not to compare Jonathan and President Buhari. I didn't even mention Jonathan. But because there is so much mischief in this country, somebody, a reporter, turned it around, its newspaper published it, and people began to wail online, and they tried to turn it against me. But I don't have any regret. I don't regret that video because what I said was the fact. Facts are sacred.
If that is the situation, I mean, where you say that this did not start under this president, yes. In fact, it predates any of us. But yes. Looking at the magnitude, looking at the dimension which it has taken, we saw how the president came in and he declared security as one of the, you know, cornerstones of his administration, and how he's faced the Boko Haram crisis. We haven't seen that same zeal, it would seem, in tackling this farmer herders crisis. Would you say that those who say that as well are not being fair to the president?
Because Nigeria, there is a lot of prejudice, there is a lot of animosity, and that is what you are transferring to this matter. And it doesn't call for that. It doesn't call for prejudice. We know that
there's also a lot of conspiracy, but what exactly is this administration doing to douse? Wouldn't you say that by its actions or its inactions, it's also fueled? I mean, only last year, towards the end of last year, you tried to, you know, will I say, put an end to the controversy that the president has been unfair in his appointment to the North. But with the recent NI appointment, for instance, you know, people have said, look, this only goes to rubbish the work that you did last year, because now it would seem that a lot of the heads of the security agencies are from the North.
What I'll just say is that appointments are not ethnic. Appointments are just opportunities to serve the country. And when you begin to look at it from the prism of ethnicity, is then more like job for the boys. And it's not job for the boys.
These are some of the things that are fueling the theories. Mr. Adesina, I'm just wondering, to those people who are wondering what hope for Nigeria, considering how 2018 has started, what is the message from the presidency?
The message was also clear in that New Year Day broadcast, that this was going to be a good year. It was going to be a year of solid infrastructural development. It was going to be a year in which the money of Nigerians will work for Nigerians. That was the message in that broadcast. And despite the unfortunate way the year started, I think the silver lining is still there in the cloud.
Well, we sincerely hope that people see the silver lining.
If they choose to. You know, some people never. No, yes. Some people never see the silver lining.
At the fuel stations, queuing up and looking for silver lining.
Oh, yes. Some people never see the silver lining. When it is raining, some people, all they are expecting is storm that will carry their roof. If that's what they expect, they will get it. But some other people, that's when they will sleep and put the blanket on their head and enjoy the rain. So it depends on how you want to take it.
So you're telling Nigerians to change their attitude?
Yes, some people. Those who are negative-minded need to change their attitude.
Well, thank you for coming on Hard Copy.
Thank you.
That's the program tonight. But we hope to hear from you. So we hope that you'll send us your feedback through the handles showing on your screen. Thank you for watching. I'm Maokbe Ogun Yusuf. And whatever happens this year, do make sure that 2018 is a good one for you.